Hello everyone. Today, let's see what it's like to be urban explorers, experienced collectors, and bold diggers. We'll be searching for rarities from all over the planet and exploring mysterious little-known places. Let's get it on. Few people, except for crazy stalkers, would dare go inside an abandoned old factory, but this pal took a chance and hit a real jackpot.
I think this is about a 68.
About 30 beautiful cars from the last century. Almost all of them can be restored. A great opportunity for fans to bring these beauties back to life. Another lucky guy who decided to check a shabby-looking building and seems to have stumbled upon a garage from Forza Horizon in real life. It's not really one of the things you'd expect to find while scuba diving, but still, it's a nice find, don't you think? True, it'll hardly be very useful on land. In fact, the car seems to have been claimed by Mr. Krabs. A place that will touch the hearts of fans of retro cars, and military history as well. Almost 80 years. That's how long all of these vintage cars spent deep in a quarry in France. Back at the beginning of World War II, they were hidden in an underground shelter from German soldiers, and as you can see, they stayed safe. It wasn't until 2016 that the location of the car cemetery became revealed, thanks to an urban explorer. What was the biggest amount of money you ever found on the street at a time? $1? $10? We bet that no matter how much you found, it still pales in comparison to what these guys from Russia discovered. However, they were not destined to get rich. Although the haul was worth $2 million in total, the bills were all issued in the USSR, and in today's world, they're not worth even a tenth of what they used to be back then.
Они уже начинаются нормально. Не эти, вон. Вот нормальные пошли. Вот, есть тут. Ну да, вот они. Они нормальные, вон они все, видишь, были в этих.
Sometimes it's really important to sort through old stuff in your relative's home. One woman found a rare collector's item in her father's attic, $1 that was issued during the Kennedy administration. Conspiracy buffs have long seen hints of a conspiracy against the president on the banknotes at that time, but in fact, everything is more prosaic. They started issuing the new type of bills right before the death of the head of state, and stopped right after the assassination. A nice bonus to the bill were the coins found in the same attic. Unfortunately, the lucky lady did something that would give a heart attack to an experienced numismatist. She cleaned the coins, thus significantly reducing their value. She also discovered a great collection of weapons there. As well as over 20 vintage cameras, for which a true photography fan would gladly give all of their life savings. In the end, it turned out that her parents' attic was more like an actual treasure cave. There was a whole chest with other old coins and bills, which the woman prudently didn't clean and immediately took to the expert for evaluation. Two pals find an old dilapidated house deep in the woods. Sounds like the beginning of a typical horror movie, right?
Guys, look at this. Old wood bench. That's a pretty one. Nice, looks like walnut or something.
But here, we have more like a nice action-adventure film. Among the remains of the house, the friends found a warehouse full of various ammunition.
It's a really old spot. Oh, we got bullet casings on the ground.
It all started to make sense when they took a look at the former owner's personal belongings. They realized that he was the chairman of the local gun club. One day, these two pals from Austria were walking through the woods and found a seemingly ordinary dugout. But instead of a plain interior with bunk beds on the side walls, they discovered something way more exciting. That's a real Special Forces bunker, and judging by its excellent condition, the bunker served its purpose perfectly. Though not everybody got so lucky. There must have been not enough food left for this poor guy.
Irgendwie. Ah, ja, voll.
Another brilliant discovery from Austria. This time, it's not just a mini bunker, but practically an underground city for soldiers. Here you'll find plenty of rooms, a restroom, a command meeting room, an ammunition warehouse, and even a room with a strategic supply of beer. In short, all the essentials. It's hard to believe, but this giant is not from a movie inspired by Scandinavian mythology, but quite a real tree. It was discovered in the south of Russia, and it's presumably about 240 years old. The height of the giant is almost 115 feet, and the space inside is comparable in size to a small one-room apartment. Now they're trying hard to patch up the old tree, and then it could probably join the battle against Saruman. Let's warm up a little in the Caribbean sun. Here, near the Turks and Caicos Islands, this ship, once wrecked during a hurricane, has been resting for about 20 years. And if almost a new pickup on the bottom doesn't seem like a big deal for you, you can go diving somewhere else, say in the English county of Cornwall. We're heading to England to help a local man find important evidence from a crime scene. How? Using a neodymium magnet, of course. At first, the catch seems to be quite poor.
What is it? Oh, and a shovel as well.
Well, this is more like it. An old race bike.
You getting this baby out, Kenneth?
Yeah, why not?
Me and you, eh?
Pulling it out from the bottom of the channel wasn't so easy. He had to ask another guy for help. Bingo! That's a Honda CBR 600. Turns out that's a stolen bike, but this has already been reported to the police, so there's nothing to worry about. Our mission is accomplished. Anyone who wanted to check out the cockpit of a Boeing, welcome aboard. The plane is located at an abandoned airport in Athens, which, as you can understand, opens a lot of opportunities for inquisitive tourists like the one who filmed this video. We already saw a car cemetery today, but what about the helicopter cemetery? In this abandoned parking lot for aircraft, the Mi-24, Mi-26, the Ka-26, and other helicopters have been standing untouched for years. Ordinary people rarely get the chance to get inside one of these, but here you can take hours exploring the cockpit and everything that's usually hidden from the eyes of others. Looks like someone stopped time while a very long train was passing by, though it's actually an abandoned railroad in Arizona, where nearly 300 Union Pacific train engines are parked. They were not just abandoned to rot in the desert, they make up the company's reserve, and some of them have even been put back into operation. Check out these 43 eerie giant statues of American presidents stored on a farm in the historic town of Williamsburg, Virginia. In the aughts, these 23-foot-tall sculptures were part of a theme park that closed when it was no longer profitable.
JFK.
The local businessman saved these statues of the leaders from destruction. He bought them out and spent more than $50,000 on their transportation. By the way, not everyone is allowed to see them up close. After repeated acts of vandalism, the owner became extremely careful about who to let in. So, the video you're watching is an exclusive in a way. Today, France seems to be leading in valuable discoveries. That's where we can find an abandoned estate of a local composer some explorer stumbled upon. But this place with the atmosphere of the best 19th century novels isn't even the most amazing thing here. Check out what's inside. Dozens of exclusive vintage pianos with a total value of about $225,000. Musicians, tell us in the comments, would you like to spend a day or two here looking for inspiration? Imagine for a moment that you wake up, look out of your window, and see this at the shore of the nearest water body. That's the kind of scene witnessed by the residents of a Siberian town. The locals quickly spread rumors that the cylinder might be radioactive, and people started panicking. There were no reasons to, though. The object turned out to be an empty rocket engine body, formerly used at a nearby chemical plant, which had been washed away during a flood by a violent torrent. Actually, we feel like these days, stumbling across a rocket part is like finding a seashell on the beach. See for yourself. You can't tell right away whether it's a monument to an iron, an upturned boat, or an alien ship. The last one's almost true. You are looking at a UFO sculpture the author of this video stumbled upon in Rendlesham Forest in the UK. A series of strange lights, presumably of extraterrestrial origin, were allegedly observed here in 1980. So, the monument is probably a tribute to that very incident. When this military object was washed ashore in sunny Florida, eyewitnesses were unsure how to react. Some couldn't wait to get a closer look at it, while others ran away from the beach in panic, mistaking the object for a giant bomb. So, what was it? Actually, that was a US Air Force drone, and it ended up in the ocean because it was used as an aerial target during an exercise. But it made quite a ruckus. You can dive deep underwater, hoping to make an interesting discovery, but sometimes you don't have to go far. These giant 1,570-foot-long pipes were washed up on the British coast a few years ago. It turned out to be the product of a Norwegian company that got lost in the ocean on its way to Algeria. There are going to be a lot of discoveries like that one day before the presentation of the 15th iPhone. Well, who's going to figure out how much it's worth? Just in case you still don't have plans to buy a metal detector, the approximate cost of the watch is $35,000. People in the comments, however, doubt the watch is original. What do you think?